Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and this is my review of the Sanyo Xacti VPC-CA100 waterproof camcorder. Now this is classed as a dual camera because not only does it take video but it also takes photos as well. Now before I kick off this review, I'll just mention I'm recording this with the Kodak PlayTouch camera and I'm using a Yoga EM1 condenser microphone for the audio. Now on with the review. So the CA100, let's take a look at what you get inside the box. And while I'm opening this, I'll let you know that this actually records 1920 by 1080 resolution up to 60 frames per second. And it also captures 14 megapixel photos, so 14 megapixel stills as well. It's waterproof as well, so you can go down to 3 meters and record for up to 60 minutes of video. Now the top section of the box we get a Xacti software CD. This has got Total Media Extreme for Windows, Xacti Screen Capture again for Windows and an instruction manual. We also get some extra license information. We get a guide for basic operation. Really good that they include this. Means that you get a good insight into how to use the camera and the controls. We also get a safety manual. We also get what looks like a quick start guide, a quick guide in various languages to guide you around the camera and the controls very quickly, and some extra bits of information in there as well. Now this isn't a first unboxing, I've been using this, so you will get all this packaged in sort of plastic wrappers, but you get a power supply here, and I think this comes apart from memory. I think you can actually slide this section off and put different heads on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a multi-voltage power supply, USB connection in this end, and you charge the camera via USB. They do supply a cable here. This end goes into that charger. This end goes into the camera itself. Further down into the box you do get different adapters for that power supply. This is a 2-prong adapter, and we also get a European adapter as well, so different country adapters supplied inside the box. This is a little lanyard cable, sort of a little wrist strap to keep the camera safe whilst you're holding it, and we also get an AV cable as well. This back section here, let's just get rid of this packaging. So this back section contains the camera itself. Now the CA100 is available in various colours. I think you can get a yellow colour and a black colour as well. This is obviously the pink colour. So let's take you for a closer look around the CA100. Well, it's this pistol type grip, so you're going to hold it like this whilst you're shooting, and whilst you're holding it like this you can flip out the screen and rotate it round, and your thumb actually falls where the controls are, so a nice layout of controls. And if I give you a close-up look at these controls, we've got a button here for taking a quick photo, so you can actually take a 14 megapixel photo whilst you're recording video. This is to start and stop recording. We've got like a rocker type switch to zoom in and out, and it's got a really good zoom range as well. I think if I can just find the details, it's something like a 12 times optical zoom on this camera. We've also got a zoom range button here, and what this does is it actually makes the camera zoom into the maximum length of that zoom range and zoom back out again, all in one push of the button. Top of the camera is completely blank. On this back portion here we can actually push this section up. There's a little switch here and the cover opens, and here we've got the USB stroke AV cable connection, so that's both for charging and audio video out. We've also got an HDMI socket here, and there's no cable supplied for this, but you can go out via the HDMI to your TV. That clips back in like so. Let me just close this screen very quickly and just take you for a look around this side. There's a little switch here that we move across and then we slide down. Sorry, that was already in the unlocked position, and this flaps up to reveal the battery. Underneath the battery cover is where you're going to put the memory card. Now this is really fiddly. This is something I really didn't like. To get this battery out is a nightmare, and underneath the battery is where you put your memory card, so that's not great. It means if you run out of recording space you have to remove the battery to gain access to that memory card. It all slots together nicely though and feels very well made. Not much grip on this side, it is all shiny and slippery, but as I say, it does feel a very well made camera. On the front we've got this nice lens, very good, f5.8, 34mm at the wide angle, good optics, looks like it's very well made, that one. So really pleased with the quality of the optics, and you'll see that when I show you a demonstration video of what this can capture. And then just underneath we've got a flash module, which is really nice as well. Let's go back onto the inside and turn the camera on, and we've got some controls down here. We've got the on-off button, menu button, record and play button, a set button and a four-way button here, and this is for controlling the menus. Now these buttons are really difficult to push. Let's just see if this turns on now. I've been really struggling with these buttons so much. There we go, so the camera's turning on. I've managed to turn it on and off in one go. There we go, so that's turned on now. Now I want to show you the menus, and this is just one of the real problems I've had with the CA100, because you can flip the screen around this way and put it on the back of the camera, but it's not a touch screen. So in this position you're having to hit the menu button here, and then you can control it up, down, left and right, and push the select button to select menu options, but it's not intuitive because you're working at an angle. You have to keep sort of flicking round to see what you're pushing, but you can just about get the hang of it. And in here you can change things like video quality, photo mode, filter, flash, self timer. You can go into menu number 2 and we've got yet more settings. I'll give you a close up of that. So we've got video stabilizer, photo stabilizer, focus mode. Next one down, white balance settings, exposure, target a subject, high density digital zoom, record folder, and then we've got some option menus as well. You can switch it to a simple menu if you want, and then you can push the menu button, which is what I'm doing here, and that takes you back out to sort of recording mode. It's got a quick start up as well. If I close the screen it turns off, but it's in standby mode, and if I quickly want to open this up and start shooting, it turns on very quickly indeed. So I'm going to pause this video here and actually show you some video footage captured with the Sanyo Xacti VPC-CA100. So this video footage is being shot handheld with the Sanyo Xacti VPC-CA100. You can see all of my studio lights on there, so it gives you an idea of what the footage will look like under decent lighting conditions. I'm also going to zoom in. You can actually zoom in whilst recording, and this is going into the full extent of the 12 times zoom, and then back out again. And as I say, this is being handheld, so it gives you an idea of the actual quality you can expect from this tiny little camera. So what do I actually think of this VPC-CA100? Well, I like the styling. I think it's very well made. I think the controls are not intuitive at all. Didn't like these controls. They're very sort of difficult to use, and even with my size hands, which aren't that big, I found the buttons very fiddly. What I do like is the fact that this is waterproof. I also like the quality of the capture. The audio capture is decent, and for a sort of a sports action type camera, I think this is well worth looking at. As I mentioned earlier in the review, I didn't actually manage to test this for any footage, but it is waterproof to 3 meters or 10 feet, and you can use it underwater for up to 60 minutes recording time. So that's really good. The screen quality is good as well, and it's going to cost you around about £230 in the UK or $350 if you're in the US. It's got plenty of features. It's a great pick up and go camera. This was my review of the Sanyo Xacti VPC-CA100. Thank you very much for watching. Please come back soon and check out more video reviews on the Geekanoids channel. This video review is sponsored by Crucial, the memory experts. They provide reliable PC, notebook and Mac memory to boost your system performance and improve your general workflow.